Hi! In this video, I will be talking about Darwinism. There is a growing number of scientists that are starting to turn against the theory of macroevolution. Specifically, the idea that mutations could create new species. We are not talking about adaptation, that's already proven science. Just look at the diversity of cats and dog breeds. Anyway, let's hear some of the popular critiques of this theory. The first critique comes from the idea of irreducible complexity. Irreducible complexity is a concept that challenges the fundamental tenets of Darwinian evolution by emphasizing the existence of biological systems that, according to its proponents, cannot function if any of their components are removed. The concept gained prominence through the work of biochemist Michael Behe, who introduced it as a key argument in his book, Darwin's Black Box. The core idea behind irreducible complexity is that certain biological structures are composed of multiple interacting parts, and the removal of any one part renders the entire system non-functional or significantly impairs its functionality. According to Behe, such complex structures could not have evolved gradually through a step-by-step process, as posited by Darwinian evolution, because intermediate stages would lack functionality and provide no selective advantage. An often cited example of irreducible complexity is the bacterial flagellum, a whip-like appendage that enables bacterial motility. Behe argues that the flagellum comprises numerous interdependent components, and the removal or modification of any part would result in a non-functional structure, thereby presenting a challenge to the concept of gradual evolution through natural selection. The second criticism of Darwinism is the lack of evidence in the fossil record. The fossil record presents challenges to the foundational principles of Darwinian evolution. The primary contention revolves around the perceived inconsistencies and gaps within the fossil record, which pose difficulties in aligning with the gradual and continuous evolutionary transitions proposed by Darwin. Skeptical scientists often emphasize the incompleteness of the fossil record as a critical issue. They contend that the gaps in the fossil record fail to provide a continuous, step-by-step documentation of the evolutionary changes predicted by Darwinian evolution. The absence of transitional forms between major groups of organisms is particularly highlighted as a challenge, with proponents of intelligent design suggesting that the abrupt appearance of certain complex life forms contradicts the gradualistic expectations set by Darwin's theory. Additionally, the sudden emergence of diverse life forms during specific periods, such as the Cambrian explosion, challenges the gradual accumulation of small variations over time. This notable event in Earth's history is characterized by the rapid appearance of various phyla, raising questions about the adequacy of natural selection and random variation as the sole driving forces of evolution. The fossil record does not consistently demonstrate the expected transitional forms linking common ancestors to distinct species. The gaps and discontinuities in the fossil record create uncertainties about the mechanism and pace of evolutionary change, questioning the ability of natural selection to account for the complexity and diversity observed in living organisms. The third argument comes from the sphere of the computer nerds. Critics of Darwinian evolution, drawing parallels from information theory, often assert that the mechanism of mutations, regarded as genetic noise, is incapable of generating new information in the DNA but can only lead to the removal or degradation of existing genetic code. This perspective, rooted in information theory, raises challenges to the notion that mutations, considered a primary source of genetic variation in Darwinian evolution, can contribute to the creation of novel biological information. In information theory, the concept of information is often analogized to signal and noise. Signal represents meaningful, purposeful information, while noise refers to random, undesigned elements.